The newest Pokemon game, Pokemon Legend CA, is really exciting to many Pokemon fans. But is it really gonna be that awesome? Well, let me tell you what I think about this subject. Let's dive into it. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're analyzing the brand new game that's coming out pretty soon. Well, pretty soon is a big word. It's late 2025, Pokemon Legend CA. It's a game that many people are anticipating, but is it gonna be that good? Without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to divide this video into two parts. First part, we're going to talk about the good points of the game that I've seen so far that I think are pretty good. The second part, we're going to talk about the points that I think need work and that are pretty questionable. For the first part of this video, I'm going to start with the good points of this game. Obviously, there are many good points, such as the models. Honestly, the Pokemon models, the characters, they're pretty good compared to the rest of the other models that we got in other Pokemon games. I really like the Legend style compared to like other games, so it's pretty innovating and it keeps the game fresh from any new other Pokemon game. Obviously, this is only a visual point, so it doesn't really matter to the actual gameplay. But talking about gameplay, what I find really cool in this brand new game is the brand new battle mechanic with the live gaming. So like you kind of move your Pokemon around and attack, and you can dodge. It kind of resembles more the anime, which I really like because it's more realistic and depicts a really better picture of the game than strategy. But it kind of ruins strategy at that point. So depending on how you see it, it's good, it's bad. Depends on what you want to see. Honestly, I think it's great because for a story-based game like Legends games, mechanics like that are pretty good because they are like more immersive than the regular Pokemon formula. Now for the rest of the gameplay, there are pretty good points where like I really like the wild zones. They're pretty good and it's a pretty good concept to integrate into a town, and I like that they kind of used a town that we've known before, but they kind of focused onto it and made it like way better all around. I also like that the day and night shift. I think it's a really creative addition to the game, where at day you can catch Pokemons and stuff, and at night you're fighting trainers, and you have kind of that aspect where you got fighting at night and catching at day and doing quests and stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool that they've integrated that kind of shift. It's gonna create a contrast in the game and just make it way better. Now, as for the bad points of the trailers that we've seen so far, there's one that it's always the case in pretty much any game of Nintendo. Textures are terrible, honestly, but I feel like in this game especially it's way worse. The first time I saw the game, I thought like, bro, this is not even a game, this is a beta. Like, this is some kind of game that I could have taken all around the internet that just doesn't look good, you know? Because I feel like the Pokemon just like glow out of the decor. Like if the decor was like really tan, but the Pokemon glow, I feel like just it's not good looking at all. It's a big default because it makes the game like kind of look terrible, honestly. Sometimes it looks good. I've seen some plans that look pretty good because they're at night, but overall it's just terrible. Like it just doesn't look good. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I kind of have this feeling, even when Pokemon are mega evolved, that they kind of look like awful in the decor. They just don't fit in, they don't blend in, not as well as in other games, even as Scarlet and Violet, which is a bit pushed, but in this game it's not the case. It's just not the case. You have like cartoony Pokemons in a kind of weird realistic texture that doesn't look good actually. I think just the palette of colors is not crazy. Another point that a lot of people will be okay with it, but it's more of a personal opinion. The starters of this game, they're pretty awful, in my opinion. There might be many people that disagree, but I've seen the starter, right? Totodile, Chikorita, Tepig. Those three are like the worst starters they could have ever picked, because when you look at a game, or maybe you look at Gen 1, you look at the three starters, you're like, oh, Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, all three are really cool, I want to pick, I don't know what to pick. When you look at Gen 2, I don't know like if you guys like Gen 2 or not, but when I look at Gen 2 personally, I say like, whoa, the Gen 2 starters are like not that good, but they're kind of cool still, so it's hard to pick still. Like, I mean, Totodile, Cyndaquil, they have good competition. Chikorita's kind of left off, but there still is a lot of fan base for Chikorita. But it's not crazy, you know. When you look at Gen 3, you look at all three starters, you're like, oh, I don't know what to pick. Most games are like just, you know, sending that message, all three starters are really good, and you don't know what to pick, and that feeling feels great. I feel like the three starters they've picked, Tepig, Totodile, and Chikorita, are all three starters that would have been left off in any playthrough. And it's sad to say, because there still is people out there who would pick these starters. But right now, in that trio, most people would just look at it and say, I don't want to pick any of these. Is there a fourth starter? Some would just say, oh, I want to pick Totodile, but the other two, they're not cool. Most people are like that. Or, oh, I want to pick Tepig, and the other two are not cool. Because they're too specific. There's such a specific fan base for Chikorita, specific fan base for Tepig. I mean, bro, if you like Tepig, come on. This guy is like the third firefighting. He's worse than the other two. Just like it's just not a good trio in my opinion. We were expecting something like superior, which we didn't get. It's really cool, but we didn't get it. We were expecting Empoleon. Empoleon just got straight out ditched. I mean, he was perfect for the game, but he got ditched. It's crazy. I'm kind of mad about it, because I think Empoleon is a great Pokemon, and I would have liked a new form of it. But I mean, what can I say? They just ditched him. That's it. But anyways, I think the starters in this game, they're just not that crazy of starters. Maybe that's the Pokemon strategy, to take starters that were not popular and make them more popular with new forms. I mean, I'm kind of excited for the Grass Fairy Meganium that everyone's been talking about, but still, you know, there's things to clarify. We'll see if they cook with it. If they don't cook, then it might be pretty bad. The last points that I want to discuss is, did they took their time to make the game, please? Because I feel like the contrast is not that good looking, you know? So if they didn't take their time and they rushed it like pretty much every Pokemon game, which is probably what's gonna happen, honestly, the Pokemon franchise is gonna keep going down. Legends Arceus was like so good that ZA cannot be worse, because it's gonna keep going down, we've had DLCs, we've had stuff that's just stupid, like Pokemon Scarlet Violet is so laggy. I don't want them to reproduce that. Honestly, I want something better, something that's fun, just like Pokemon Arceus. So if they took their time, maybe it's gonna be good. If they didn't, if they rushed it, we might have another fail. But overall, I want to conclude this video as of saying, I think the game will be pretty good. It looks really fun to play, but we won't know for sure with Gamefreak until it's out. That's it for today's video. I hope you liked the kind of resume around the last two trailers. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe. See you guys later. Peace!